to The Dex, where we cover trivia and battle strategy for a different Pokemon each week. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Chef Alex. It's great to see you all today, but it's even better to smell all of you all over the world.
Ew, what? How can you smell them across time and space?
Oh, I can't, but I know someone who can.
I'm not sure I want to know who.
Though I don't really get why anyone's sense of smell would need to be that good just to help make desserts.
What? Did you make one up again? What Pokemon makes desserts and has that awesome of a nose? Nostril Chef?
You leave Nostril Chef out of this, okay? It's a good idea. No, it's Slurpuff.
Oh, God.
What? Slurpuff's that derpy little half dog, half cupcake Pokemon from Gen 6. It's one of my favorite fairies. Look at his dumb little hat.
Slurpuff's name is a mix of slurp and puff, likely in reference to a cream puff or profiterole, which is supported by its Japanese name, Pararing, which mixes the word cream with the Japanese onomatopoeia for licking, pero. Silly yet delicious.
Resemblance to desserts aside, his lolling tongue, nose, paws, and ears things seem to indicate some connection to popular French dog breeds like the Bichon Frise or the Poodle, which also ties him to his super French Kalos region home.
Yeah, except that Pokedex entries have described Slurpuff's sense of smell as 100 million times that of a human. That's 1,000 times more sensitive than a bloodhound, and they can smell a trail that's 12 days old.
I know, right? Human olfactory sensors are about the size of a postage stamp, and a bloodhound's are the size of a handkerchief, so that would mean Slurpuff's would be the size of a blanket with sides 109 feet long. How? Like really, how?
Yeah, and if dogs can see with their noses, Slurpuff can know everything that happened in the past month in a single location with perfect detail. Why would he need that to help out in a kitchen? It's just too much. We will never truly understand.
Well, I think that's because while it does have some canine elements, Slurpuff is primarily based on pastries. After all, its species name is the meringue Pokemon.
Oh yeah! Hey, meringues are pretty simple to make too. New and ridiculous segment time! I call it Poke Food!
Sweet!
Oh, ha ha. Meringues are a deliciously fluffy old-style dessert, and all you need to make it is 4 eggs and 2 1/4 cups of sugar.
Firstly, preheat your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 95 Celsius, and prepare a baking sheet by coating it with butter and flour so nothing sticks.
Next, separate the egg whites from the yolks. You can discard them or use them for something else. All we need here is the whites.
Use an electric mixer to whip the egg whites until they're foamy, while slowly sprinkling in sugar. You gotta eyeball it, but once it starts looking stiff and satiny, it's time to stop.
Toss this into a bag and pipe it out onto the baking sheet. If you want to be fancy, find a pastry bag with a star tip. Otherwise, just snip the corner off whatever bag you've got.
Put the baking sheet in the oven, slip a wooden spoon in the door to keep it from fully closing, and bake for 3 hours. It's gonna take all day, but it's worth it.
Once they're dried, they rule. You can eat meringues by itself, but you can also use it to top cupcakes, which are known as fairy cakes. Oh my god, fairy type!
You can also add fruit toppings or chocolate chips to them, or use food coloring to make them pink like Slurpuff's doofy hat, and add a little cherry on top. Boom! Poke food.
Oh my gosh, if anyone actually makes these cute Slurpuff meringue cupcakes, please send us pics. I'll pass out.
Or your opponents will, if we learn how to use Slurpuff properly with a little Gen 6 battle strategy.
Pokemon!
Slurpuff may look cute, but his battle strategy is all about getting buff and attacking everyone for major damage. Grab an adamant one and super train in attack and speed.
Start off by maxing your attack with Belly Drum and give yourself 4 HP EVs to make sure that it'll activate your Citrus Berry and heal back up.
Using up your item will also activate Slurpuff's hidden ability, Unburden, which doubles its speed and helps it beat out most Choice Scarf users.
From there, use strong attacks like Return and Stab Play Rough to sweep, and throw a Wish in the last slot for when you feel like your opponent's gonna switch.
Trust me, this set can be devastating. Of course, that's not the only way to train a Slurpuff, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Slurpuff can also use Aromatherapy instead of Wish, which supports your team and also helps you deal with those debilitating burns.
Substitute is also a great option for eliminating some of the guesswork and protecting you from Sucker Punch users for return.
And finally, Calm Mind Slurpuff with Draining Kiss, Surf, and Flamethrower is also totally solid. Unburden and Citrus Berry would still totally work.
And that's it, Slurpuff, the cupcake dog with the best nose in literally the entire known universe. I like the little boop.
Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have something to add or you'd like to suggest a Pokemon for us to do next time, leave that in the comments below.
And if you want to support what we do here, head over to patreon.com/thatonevideogamer, where there's all kinds of great incentives in exchange for whatever you can give.
Who knows, maybe you too can have your name scroll over our end credits. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Chef Alex. Tune in next week for another cute little episode of
The Dex.
How? Like really, How? How do you get that in there? Tiny little cupcake dog. Come on.
Nothing?
Is that like a Ukraine?
It's not the real. It's not the real. I'm just faking it.
Super trained in attack and speed. More like Slurpuff.